In this video, we will look at how to use publishing in Aura workflows. For this demonstration, we want to synchronize two spaces. One is the public documentation that our end users see, and the other is the work-in-progress documentation that our internal writers are working on. We want every new page added to the internal documentation to be reviewed, and after review, published to the public documentation, keeping the page tree and structure the same. Let's see how this setup works. First, let's look at the internal space. Here, we have already created a new approval workflow and called it Publishing. If we check the setup of this workflow, we can see it does not set any content restrictions through actions, which is different from the approval workflows we set up in previous videos. The reason is that this space is only available internally through space permissions. This is why we use the Publish page action to publish content once it is approved. Let's look at the action configuration. When we configure this action, we want the page to be published to the public documentation space and keep the hierarchy, so we keep the parent page option checked. There is also an option to either keep the original author or choose a specific user to be shown as the author for all published pages. We have chosen a new user here. For the page detail, we use the default options, which will copy attachments and labels, but remove comments and other settings. Let's save this action and save the workflow as well, since that's all we need here. We also want to apply it to every page, which we have already done. You can do this by setting the fallback workflow to the one we just created. This makes sure every new page automatically gets this workflow assigned. Now, let's look at the setup in the other space. Here we have a content gardening workflow that will automatically trigger a content audit to make sure the pages are accurate and correct. We do this by triggering a review on page expiration every 180 days. This way, twice a year, someone reviews the content to make sure it is still up to date. Again, we want to use Apply Workflows automatically and use the Content Gardening workflow. Every page published to this public space will automatically get the Content Gardening workflow without us having to do anything. This step is optional, but it demonstrates that new workflows can be applied automatically to published content to achieve powerful automations. Now let's test this out. In our work-in-progress documentation, we create a new page and publish the page. After refreshing, you will see that the draft state is automatically assigned. Normally, we would keep working on this draft until we are happy with it. But for demonstration, let's go straight to approval and approve this page right away. When we switch to the published documentation and refresh, we will see that the page has now been added automatically, and the author is the one we configured. The content auditing workflow we set up is now also active. We can see that in 6 months, this page is due for a content audit to make sure the page is still up to date. This is how we can automatically publish pages to another space using Aura workflows. Thanks for watching.